Hello students, in the previous video you have learned about introduction of integers and rules for operation of integers. Now in this video of integers you are going to learn about properties of integers. So let's recall about integers. What are integers? Integers are all of the positive and negative whole numbers. Remember that there are no fractions or decimals that are integers. As you see, in this set, all the natural numbers are positive integers and the others are negative integers. 0 is neither positive nor negative. Integers and whole numbers obey the same rule in their ordering when they are represented on a number line. That is, an integer represented to the right of any integer is greater than that integer and vice versa. Now let's start with the classification of integers. Whole numbers. Whole numbers is a combination of a 0 and a natural number. And integer is a combination of negative numbers as well as whole numbers. So in this way we are going to classify these integers. In the previous video you have learned about addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of integers. Now in this video you are going to learn about properties of the operation of integers. Properties of the operation on integers. So there are various properties. First is closure property, second is commutative property, third is associative property, fourth is distributive property, fifth is identity property and sixth one is inverse property. Closure property. If a and b are two integers, so a plus b, a minus b and a multiply b is also an integer. Let's understand with the help of example. 2 is also an integer, 3 is also an integer. When we add these two integers, we are getting 5 and 5 is also an integer. 7 is an integer, 5 is also an integer, and when we subtract these integers, we are getting 2. So 2 is also an integer. Minus 2 and minus 5 both are integers, and when we'll solve this we are getting 10. So in this way we are going to solve the closure property. Commutative property. Changing the order of two numbers that are either being added or multiplied does not change the value. Let's understand with the help of some examples. 2 plus 3 is equal to 3 plus 2. Here left hand side and right hand side we are getting the same answer, that is 5. So commutative property is proved over here. Let's understand the multiplication example. Minus 7 when multiplied with minus 3. We are getting minus minus plus. 7 3s are 21. On the right hand side, minus 3 multiplied minus 7. Minus minus plus. 3 7s are 21. So LHS and RHS we are getting the same answer as plus 21. So in this way we are going to solve the commutative property. Third is associative property. Changing the grouping of numbers that are either being added or multiplied does not change its value. Here we are going to take the three values A, B and C. Let's take A as 6, B as 2 and C as 1. Here we are going to add first a plus b, and on the right hand side we are going to add b plus c within the bracket. So 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 1, 9. So LHS we are getting 9. And on the right hand side 2 plus 1, 3. And 6 plus 3 is 9. So here it is proved that LHS is equal to RHS. So in this way we are going to do addition of associative property. Let's move on to multiplication of associative property. 2 5s are 10. 10 multiplies 7, that is 70. So LHS is 70 over here. 5 7s are 35. 35 2s are 70. So on the right hand side we are getting 70. So that means LHS is equal to RHS. This proves that associative property works under multiplication also. Let's move to next property, that is distributive property. When two numbers have been added or subtracted and then multiplied by a factor, the result will be the same when each number is multiplied by the factor and the products are then added or subtracted. Here the formula will become A B minus C. A multiply B minus C. And then we'll distribute this property. We are getting 2 multiply 4 and 2 multiply 3. So 4 minus 3, let's solve the LHS. 4 minus 3 is 1. 1 2s are 2. Let's move to right hand side. 2 4s are 8. 2 3s are 6. 8 minus 6, 2. So LHS is equal to RHS because on the both side we are getting 2 as the answer. Let's move on to one more example. Minus 2 multiplied 4 plus 3. So first of all we are going to solve LHS. 4 plus 3, 7. 7 2s are 14. So we are getting minus 14 on the left hand side. Let's move to right hand side. Minus 2 4 into 4, that is minus 8. Minus 2 multiplies 6, that is minus 6. So minus 8 minus 6, we are getting minus 14. So right hand side and left hand side we are getting the same answer. That means distributive property works over here also. Identity property. Additive identity and multiplicative identity. These are the two types of identity. Let's start with additive identity. The sum of any number and 0 is the given number. Remember that 0 is the additive identity. When we add any number with 0, we always getting the same answer. This is called additive identity. Now let's move to multiplicative identity. The product of any number and 1 is the given number. Remember that 1 is the multiplicative identity. When you are going to multiply any number with 1, you are getting the same answer. So this is multiplicative identity. Next is inverse property. There are two types of inverse property, that is addition and multiplication. Let's start with addition. States that the sum of any number and its additive inverse is 0. That is, the additive inverse of number A is minus A. So, let's understand with the help of one example. 10. When we are taking the additive inverse of 10, that is minus 10. 10 minus 10 will be 0. Let's move to the next one. Minus 6 plus 6. We are getting the answer as 0. So this is addition of inverse property. Multiplication states that the product of any number and its multiplicative inverse, or we can say reciprocal, is 1. The multiplicative inverse of the number A is 1 upon A. So let's understand with the help of example. The multiplicative inverse of 4 will be 1 by 4. That is the reciprocal of 4. So when we'll solve this, we are getting the answer as 1. Minus 8 multiplied with the reciprocal of minus 8, that is minus 1 by 8. So when we'll solve this question, we are getting the answer as 1 only. So in this way, we are going to do the multiplication of inverse property. Let's practice some questions. Which property of integers justifies each statement? 0 plus 3. Here you can see we are getting the same number back. So this is identity property. 2 multiply 3 minus 5. Here we are multiplying 2 with 3 and 2 with 5. So here we are distributing the numbers. That means this is distributive property. Minus 6 plus minus 7. Minus 7 plus minus 6. Here the formula of a plus b and b plus a is going on. So this is commutative property. Let's move to the next one. 9 plus minus 9. Here we are using the inverse of 9. That means we are getting the answer 0. This is inverse property. 2 multiply 3 multiply 7. Here the brackets position is changing. Firstly, we are multiplying 3 multiply 7, and on the right hand side we are multiplying 2 multiply 3. So this is associative property. You can try these questions also. Thank you and have a nice day.